Hello friends, Yemaya Indira at the Embrace.life, here speaking to you tonight from the island of Kauai. I've been wanting to share with you an understanding that came to me a couple of days ago. As I was working on a client, a dear client, which is often when I have my big aha moments, like the synergy of two souls, brains, hearts, working together. And it's about the shifting realities that we are experiencing around us, within us, that is creating a feeling of unsettled, anxiety perhaps for some, panic or just discomfort. And wanting to give you a couple of tips around that, because it's making a lot of us doubt our ability to connect with our own guidance system. And that can be dangerous because a lot of us are relying on our intuitive guidance system to take very big decisions, around our health, perhaps around our location. And there is so much movement right now that I'm hearing a lot of people wanting to relocate or change career or change health regimen, which is probably a good thing because we are, in this shifting, of skin shedding moments in our humanity. And I believe it's really important to understand something that I'm going to share with you in a minute so that we don't throw the baby with the bathwater. So my client was complaining about, I'm doing everything that used to work, I'm following my guidance the way it used to work, and I'm not getting the same results. And it was like, yeah, totally agree with you. It's almost like the rules have been changed. There is no more rules, shifty realities, like feeling like, how do you call that? Those sands, like shifting sands. What's going on? And the metaphor that I saw was like, if we, like the synchronicities are not happening anymore. It's like before, let's say if we were an ant colony or a beehive, right? We would know that, okay, when I do this, this happens because ting, 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 there was a certain order in our reality. And especially if you are living in a place and in a community, maybe even a large community that is used to move, dance together, you can expect a certain flow to happen when you do, A, B, C. We could. And right now it's not working at all. Things are completely in disarray. You might be doing, like everything, your meditations, your, affirmations, your inner work, your outer work, and the results are just like, meow, not happening. So it's almost like if we were a beehive that had a certain order, suddenly something came and just like knocked it down on the ground, and all the bees are going like, like just like complete mayhem. Or if you were an ant colony, like a huge rock just fell in the center, of our community, buildings. And, it's every ant for itself, every bee for itself. Therefore, synchronicities are not being followed in proper order, and what used to work before is not working anymore. So let's take a deep breath there. My recommendation is stay the course. We are at the moment, we're on the brink of big revelations. We are on the threshold. There is a big change that is coming, but, it is not fully clear yet. And so this is not a good time to change everything about the way you relate to yourself, to your spirit, maybe to your location, to your health. I think it is a time to actually really stay close to home. And if you're not able to stay close to home physically in a location, stay close to your heart. Stay home to what you believe is true. And, perhaps right now the only thing you can believe is true is, your own breath, your own flesh, your own bones, your own ability to, to stretch and walk and exercise and connect with nature. Just let's get back to real basics here. And if you've been, in the process of changing things about your health because you have important illness, or you launched a new business last year, and, you were going in a certain direction, and then, everything is falling, to the ground. I mean, literally here, we just had a huge landslide that is cutting a big part of the island, and all the businesses that were looking forward to, tourists coming back at, the end of the month, and now we can't even access them anymore. So, a lot of things really like shifting and falling apart. It's difficult to maintain a sense of faith and a sense of grace. And I think right now that is the most important thing we can do. The most important thing you can do. And also, if we could try to not be every end for itself and just keep using this value of generosity, of collaboration and cooperation and care. A lot of those, went down the drain these last few years. Let's bring them back on all levels. Let's hold hands together and trust into self and trust in the benevolence of the universe. Right? I love you guys. I hope this helps a little, and I'll speak to you soon. Aloha.